This is the Roborock Saros 10R robot vacuum and mop, and after 6 months of real everyday use at home, I have a lot to say about what it does brilliantly and where it annoyed me. Key features you should know about right away. It's only 3.14 inches tall, it has 22,000 PE suction, a self-emptying and self-washing dock, dual spinning mops with hot water wash and warm air dry, a brush system designed to avoid hair tangles, an extending side brush and mop for corners and edges, and a unique wheel and chassis setup that can lift and climb thresholds up to 4 centimeters. In my opinion, that combination is why it stands out. The low height is the headliner. Because there's no big LiDAR puck on top, it actually gets under my low sofa and bed, spots most vacuums just miss. I didn't realize how dusty those areas were until the Saros 10R started sliding in there on day one. From my experience, that alone has made my weekly cleaning feel more complete. The navigation package, called Starsight Autonomous System 2.0, mixes solid-state LiDAR, 3D time-of-flight depth sensors, and an RGB camera. Quick explainer if you're new. LiDAR measures distance with light, TOF helps it understand depth, and the camera recognizes objects. On paper, that sounds like a perfect trio. In my home, it's been smart about furniture, table legs, and general layout. It builds a clean map fast, and it's good at threading through chair legs without bumping. However, obstacle avoidance with small, flexible clutter has been hit or miss. During my first month, it tangled a couple times on phone charging cables and once on a sock half tucked under a nightstand. Switching the app setting from the default less collision to sensitive helped a lot. It became more cautious around cords and spent less time wrestling with junk on the floor. It's still not flawless. I've learned to either lift loose cables or draw a quick no-go zone in the app. It's a workable compromise, but if your floors are often scattered with wires and soft toys, plan on some prep or smart map edits. Now the cleaning. The 22,000 PA suction sounds like marketing, but here's what it means in practice. It pulls up fine dust from between floorboards and rug fibers better than my last 2 robot vacuums. PA is a measure of pressure. The bigger the number, generally the stronger the pull. On rugs, it triggers carpet boost and really digs in. I've got a shed-heavy dog and long hair in the household. The Duodivide main brush has been a relief. Hair simply doesn't wrap around it the way it used to on my old machine. I haven't had to cut hair off the brush a single time in 6 months. That alone saves me time and patience. The side brush has the same anti-tangle mindset, and even the wheels are designed to resist winding hair around the axles. Maintenance has been minimal. I rinse the washable filter and wipe the dock tray when I remember, and that's been enough. On hard floors, the dual spinning mops are legit. The FlexiArm Riser feature that extends the side brush and mop is the secret sauce for edges and corners. It reaches right up to the baseboards and into toe kicks under kitchen cabinets where round robots normally miss. My kitchen edges are noticeably cleaner after every run. When it encounters carpet, the robot lifts the mops to avoid dampening fibers, and it can even leave the mop plates at the dock if I want a vacuum-only pass. The dock cleans the mop pads with 176 degrees Fahrenheit hot water and then dries them with 131 degrees Fahrenheit warm air. That combo has kept the mops fresh. I haven't had any lingering odors. The dock also self-cleans with hot water, which is one less thing for me to remember. The dock is the backbone of the hands-off story. It auto-empties into a bag that lasts me about 6 to 7 weeks. I'm in a 2-bedroom with a dog. It refills the robot's small onboard water tank and dispenses detergent from a cartridge. It recharges quickly, about 2.5 hours. There's a flip side. The robot's onboard dustbin, 270 milliliters, and water tank, 69 milliliters, are small, so it returns to the dock more often during big jobs. That doesn't bother me since I schedule it when I'm working, but it does stretch the total runtime for whole home cleanse. I also have to mention the glossy front of the dock. It looks sleek, but it's a fingerprint magnet. I wipe it down more often than I expected. Form over function there. As for mobility, the Adaptalift chassis is fun to watch. It lifts and angles itself to hop thresholds that used to stop my older bots. My bathroom and entryway transitions measure just under 4 centimeters, and it clears them without scraping. It has no trouble with U-shaped furniture legs either. When it docks to recharge or rest, it lifts the brushes to avoid leaving dust rings, which is a smart touch that keeps the floor clean around the base. Battery life has been solid. The spec says up to 180 minutes, and in my space that holds up unless I crank suction to max and do a deep style pass on carpets. It will auto top up and resume if needed, so I rarely think about battery at all. Noise levels are much better than I'm used to. Vacuuming is muted and mopping is almost whisper quiet. The auto empty burst is short and not obnoxious. The app is excellent. I can build multi-level maps, name rooms, draw virtual walls, and set no-go and no-mop zones. I can schedule specific rooms on certain days, raise suction in the kitchen, lower water in the hallway, and save profiles. There's a smart planning mode that lets it choose settings by room type, and that's been accurate enough that I mostly let it decide. I also use the app to change obstacle sensitivity, which made a noticeable difference. Smart integrations work as expected. It supports Alexa, Google, and Siri shortcuts, and Hello Rocky voice control is handy for quick commands without pulling out my phone. One note, it only works on 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi. My router is dual band, but I still had to make sure the 2.4 GHz SSID was visible during setup. Once connected, it's been stable. The built-in RGB camera can be used for two-way chat and a pet search. I've used it to check on my dog a couple times when I'm out. It's not my main security cam, but it's a fun extra. There are some quirks. Sometimes the route back to the dock isn't the shortest path. It has occasionally driven across a carpet when a clean, hard floor path was right there. It doesn't happen every day, but I notice it. Mapping is quick, but it can spend extra time navigating dense chair legs if I don't tuck them in. Also, the dock is big, so plan your placement. It needs some clearance on the sides for the ramps, and you'll want it close to an outlet. It's perfect for homes with low furniture and mixed flooring. If your biggest pain points are dust under couches, hair tangles, and dirty baseboard edges, this machine addresses those directly. The anti-tangle design is the real deal, and the edge mopping is the best I've tried so far. The dock's hot wash and dry keep the mops ready to go, and the robot's mobility means you set it and forget it across rooms without babysitting thresholds. I'd recommend this for pet owners, families with long hair, and anyone who wants that under-the-sofa coverage without lifting furniture. If your floors are often cluttered with cords and small soft objects, be ready to either tidy first, switch to sensitive obstacle mode, or mark no-go areas in the app. If you're relying on 5 GHz only Wi-Fi, keep in mind you'll need 2.4 GHz for setup and control. From my experience, the pros outweigh the frustrations. The cleaning performance, especially with hair and edges, is excellent. The dock automation actually saves time. The quiet operation makes it easy to run while I'm home. The trade-off is that its object avoidance with cables can lag behind its otherwise high-end hardware. In my opinion, that's a software tuning issue that has already improved once I changed settings, and I hope future updates push it further. In conclusion, I'm keeping it as my daily driver. The ultra-slim body accesses spots I've wanted cleaned for years. The anti-tangle system has eliminated a chore I used to dread, and the edge results make my kitchen look freshly detailed after every pass. It's not perfect, but it's dependable, powerful, and easy to live with. If you value real cleaning under low furniture and a hands-off dock experience, this fits the bill. Check the comments of this video for a link to see the current pricing of the Roborock Saros 10R robot vacuum and mop. Thank you for watching.